This is MTV News for Friday the 19th of March. Coming up in the headlines, fishermen blame oil tankers for the loss of lines. Farmer pleads for help from Pradia larceny after Tanya is stolen. Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union says flexible work arrangement policy can be achieved under the new leadership. And in sport, half centuries from Kyle Myers and Roston Chase on second day of Cricket West Indies President's 11 versus Sri Lanka. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you. That'll be inclusive of the public forecast information. It's all after the break. Stay with us.
Every action we take impacts the lives of others around us. The Grenlec Community Partnership Initiative, GCPI, has been working with Grenadian organizations to impact communities directly. Giving back to communities we serve is fundamental to the way we do business. And every year, more lives are touched across Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in education, sports, health, infrastructure, social services and beyond. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your card through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. Fishermen on the western side of the island are facing some distress with two oil tankers operating within Grenada's waters, which they say are cutting their fishing lines, resulting in the loss of thousands of dollars. MTV spoke to a number of fishermen who are affected and are calling on the relevant authorities for assistance to get compensation for their losses. As we hear now from Donella Houston.
Two oil tankers floating within Grenada's marine space are being accused of creating distress to longline fishers along the western side of the island. Fishermen in St. John and St. Mark claim they are losing thousands of dollars due to the huge vessels traversing the area, cutting their fishing lines. MTV spoke to a number of fishers who shared their plight.
In the morning period, when you hear they leave from the north, they cut all line come down to the south. We don't know what if they have some kind of survey or whatsoever they're doing. To we knowledge, we don't know.
Since last week Friday, I don't want fish. I want fish last week Friday, and that happened since about after 5 minutes to 6 the evening, and then we pick up piece of line, the piece what we get.
I spend over $2,000 to get back my line right now, to make back up my line, and then
next thing. Going up on my line, I'm missing half of my line. The ship go with it with 2 flags.
According to one boat owner, Von Joseph, the authorities have been contacted and made aware of the situation. The fishermen are calling for help from the relevant authorities.
Had some discussion with the Coast Guard, with Port Authority, and they did in fact send a message to these tankers that this is a fishing area and that they're supposed to be within a certain mile range where they would not be tampering with the fishing.
MTV spoke to Joseph Lazarus, marine supervisor attached to the Grenada Ports Authority. Based on the information radioed to them, the two tankers are within Grenada's territorial waters awaiting further instructions to move onward to St. Lucia and are on innocent passage.
We track their position. We know exactly where they are, the distances they are from shore, etc. The complaints from the fishermen, fisher folk, we have received them as well. And it's in that regard that we have a group, including the peers, to have a conversation about that. As far as the Port Authority is concerned, these vessels are on innocent passage, and that is allowed under the United Nations Law of the Seas, of which Grenada is a party to.
He said, as it stands, the vessels are not breaking any of the marine laws. However, Lazarus noted that if the fisherfolk are experiencing problems, they ought to provide some level of evidence, which includes ensuring that their lines were properly lit. MTV also spoke to Chief Fisheries Officer Oran Mitchell, who confirmed that they are aware of the situation at hand, and a meeting is expected to be held soon with the fishers. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
And on shore, predial larceny is on the rise within the farming community. And farmers in St. Andrew are pleading for help from the relevant authorities. MTV's Donella Hostin spoke to a farmer, Clary Joseph, who has land in Bel Air, St. Andrew, where over 60 of his Tanya stools were stolen. We have more in this report.
Yet another farmer remains in distress after 61 of his Tanya stools were stolen from his farmlands in Bel Air, St. Andrew, sometime last week. Clary Joseph, a well-known farmer in the area, said he first noticed the Tanyas were missing when he went to harvest them on Saturday morning. And although this is not the first time he has been targeted, he was still shocked at the quantity that was taken.
I really went out there to harvest some carrots, from Maki past Sunday, and I have a coconut tree, so I decided let me look under the coconut tree and see if I get one, But then when I realized, well, I see the Tanya and them on the ground, So I say, well, I believe, they really come through and do that because that's something they always do, Because I had a lot of more trees than that, and they robbing me and thing, I just stop planting it and I just start back again,
Joseph said this was a hard hit for him. He said he reported the matter to the police, but nothing has been done as yet, as a suspect is hard to pinpoint.
Well, you have a lot of them around who really just do this thing, So it's not an easy thing to just find it up on one, They tell me, well, I have no idea of, somebody then, So, they're going to see what they could do like a groundwork and, but then see what I could get information if I get anything for myself too,
In relation to the value of the stolen produce, MTV reached out to the Ministry of Agriculture to get an estimated value for the goods based on the crop compensation schedule, and the proposed pricing was set at $3 per pound. However, according to sources, this crop compensation schedule needs to be updated as it has not been revised since 1995. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Public Relations Officer at the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, is in full support of the Flexi Work Arrangement policy and believes under the new leadership that it can be achieved in a short period. According to Hazard, this document is expected to protect and outline the responsibilities and rights of workers during a pandemic.
The implementation of this flexible work arrangement policy serves to modernize the public service by bringing it into the 21st century. It is also expected to provide a work-life balance for officers and improve productivity within the public sector. The government, according to the Public Workers Union PRO Daisy Hazard, proposed to the union the policy during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, almost 1 year later, nothing tangible has been put in place for public servants. No fault of the government, she says.
We have had the opportunity as a union to work on a flexi work policy document to protect our workers. And persons don't usually like you to speak about the government at all in a positive way. But that document was proposed to our union in March of 2020. And our executive worked extensively on it. I personally put in a tremendous amount of work on that policy document, preparing the two last drafts of that document that should have gone back to the CABSEC, Ruth Rouse, and that we could have ratified and put into place as a policy for all workers.
The PRO says the policy should have already been implemented.
That flexi-work policy document should have been signed in April or June of last year. We should have beat Barbados to it. Our union had the opportunity to do it, and like many other things, woefully.
Barbados is now leading in that regard, as a flexi work policy was launched last week, and public workers are now seeing its benefit. According to Hazard, with the new leadership in the form of Brian Grimes, a visionary man, will see the benefits of implementing that policy.
Because indeed we have had the opportunity as PWU to work on and have a flexi-work policy document instituted for our members, perhaps as early as April or June of last year. I am really excited about it. I am hopeful that our new president and new executive will see the benefit in that, and we want to push it as urgently as possible to get it done. That document was proposed by government because they saw the need for it by the CABSEC. And so I know for sure that it's one of the issues that we can really jump off the ground with, and I know that Brother Grimes would be willing to do that.
For MTV News, Rachel Bean.
The much-anticipated annual Pump It Up Walk, hosted by the Grenada Cooperative Bank for the past 13 years, will for the second year not happen. But the bank has found other creative ways of encouraging and involving Grenadians to engage in more healthful practices. MTV spoke to Samika Roberts, marketing officer at the Grenada Cooperative Bank, for the details on this year's activities, as we have in this report for you.
Preparations for the Grenada Cooperative Bank's Pump It Up annual event is well on its way, and with the current COVID-19 regulations in place, the bank has this year fashioned new ways to involve the public. Despite the bank having to cancel its annual Pump It Up walk for the second year, Samika Roberts, marketing officer at the bank, noted that this year there will be some additional activities throughout the 7-week period.
We have decided to take a different approach by having a series of events where we will be doing two things. We will be raising awareness about the objectives of our Healthier Lifestyles program, which encourages healthier lifestyle choices through physical exercise, healthier eating, and we're also adding a component for the mental and emotional health.
The bank will be embarking on a series of exercise challenges for individuals and groups.
Right, so our activities would be split into 3 different things. Well, 4, you could say 4. The first one would be the challenges on social media and elsewhere, where we would be encouraging people as well as groups to safely do exercise challenges, step count challenges, and meal prep challenges. So we'd be having more information about those categories soon. But in essence, the exercise challenges, we would be posting 2 videos a week. In all, it would be 8, and that would be done through April. And the person or group or so that completes all 8 challenges, submits them to us, can win prizes.
They continue their efforts to raise funds toward the re-establishment of services at the Carlton Home Rehabilitation Center for substance abusers, and this year there will be a focus on raising awareness about substance abuse.
And we would also be raising more awareness about the cause, which we've been raising funds for since 2016, which is the re-establishment of the Carlton Home, the Rehab Center for Substance Abusers. We'd also be raising awareness of the issue of substance abuse in Grenada.
In place of the walk, the bank is encouraging persons to still purchase the T-shirt and wear it at the end of the 7-week period on April 30th as a sign of solidarity for the cause. The Grenada Cooperative Bank since 2016 has raised over $300,000 and is steadily approaching its target of $500,000. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
MTV News Friday was still ahead, a $15 million World Bank project for the preservation of historical documents and national archives. Radisson Beach Resort continues to support special education. Details to those and other stories when we return. Stay with us.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member, so what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Dreaming of taking a break and escaping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
Visit www.puregrenada.com/deals to choose your amazing experience today.
Benjamin Etienne. My name is Christian Thomas. My name is Christian James. My position is centre forward, play central midfield, and I play right back for the Grenada men's senior team. I would like to urge every Grenadian to support the Grenada national team on 30th of March
in our first home game against USVI in the World Cup qualifiers. They are not able to join us at the Grenada National Stadium.
But you can watch our live match on Flow Pay-Per-View, channels 1000, 1001. Support Team Grenada.
Support Team Grenada. 473.
Man, a real madman. Sunday, March 28th from 6 p.m. We're kicking off another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo as the March Madness deals continue. And this time, you can win $10,000 US. What? Yes, $10,000 US. And tickets are only $8 US. Hold up, $8 US? I tell all your waggy gone mad. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 28th, join the madness and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
It's another exciting promotion. Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, which kicks off from Friday, March 5th and runs till Friday, April 30th. To enter in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, place 4 gold Vitamalt crowns with contact information in an envelope and deposit in Mac redemption boxes and win a staycation at La Luna, $1,000 grocery shopping spree, a tablet, a 55-inch smart TV. You can win $1,000 cash, a year's supply of Vitamalt, a laptop, and a 65-inch smart TV with surround sound. So get your drink on and win in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion. Vitamalt, vitalize naturally.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every Quick 7's scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much 7s and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. In this segment, we find a government official saying money will be allocated through a $15 million World Bank project toward the preservation of historical documents and national archives, including the public library, which continues to remain closed.
With Grenada having recently reflected on the events of March 13th, marking the Grenada Revolution, Senator Chester Humphrey indicated that more should be done with regards to retracing Grenada's history and heritage and keeping it alive. Speaking on a recent Perspectives program, Humphrey said one of the ways to do so is to restore the National Library and National Archives and make it available to the general public.
Our country does not have, as I speak, a national library. I mean, that is a serious bit of testimonial on how and where we put the importance of things. Yes, things have become digital and electronic, but in every part of the world you go. Next door in St. Vincent, there's a huge national library, downtown Kingston, and in every country of the world. Our national library, where I learned many things about our history, has remained closed.
MTV News also reached out to Darrell Brathwaite of the Grenada National Trust, who says Grenada is the only country in the Caribbean that does not have a budgetary allocation for preserving national heritage.
There's no budgetary allocation for maintaining the heritage. So it seems as though government sees, and don't forget that in each island, a colonial territory, ex-colonial. Government owns most of the heritage, the forts, the libraries, the public buildings like the police stations and so that would have been built 100, 200 years ago. So if government chooses to do very little.
However, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, Finley Jeffrey, says government recently signed on to a $15 million US World Bank project, and one of the mandates will be to deliver a document management system.
So we are speaking about things like lands, deeds, births, deaths, marriage certificates, government contracts, government directives, all of this. And on top of all of this, all of the records of the National Library and not the National, but the Public Library and the National Museum. All of these would also be taxed.
He says, given the new norm, it is important to also provide online access to documents and other historical data, and all pertinent information will soon be made available through the Government Data Center.
Now what this program will do, it will seek to digitalize all of the old paper records that we have. So in this way, we would have these records been archived. And this, as we know, is one of the issues that we do have in Grenada.
For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
World Down Syndrome Day to be celebrated on Sunday, the 21st of March. It's a global awareness day that has been officially observed by the United Nations since 2012. Well, the day is celebrated on Sunday this year, World Down Syndrome Day, the 21st of March. It may be a little different this year, though, thanks to the pandemic, but there are lots of fun ways of celebrating for the students at the Special Education School in Grand Anse. Nikita Hostin was at the school and sent a report.
Mr. Sondel Frank.
Students of the Special Education School in Grand Anse celebrated World Down Syndrome Day on Friday by having a talent and fashion show. The aim of the fashion and talent show is to focus on the students with Down syndrome and help them showcase their talents. Patricia Williams Prince is principal of the Grenada School of Special Education, located in the Limes, Grand Anse.
As a school, we have 14 students with Down syndrome characteristics, 8 girls and 6 boys. So today, last year, we did not have any celebration because of the COVID lockdown. So this year, we decided to have a talent and fashion show, as you enjoyed today, with our Down syndrome children. And we also want to remember our children with autism, who will be celebrated on April 2nd. But during that time, we will be on vacation. So it's like a double celebration with focus on our children with Down syndrome.
She shared some of the experiences at the school with students with Down syndrome.
The challenges we have with the children with Down syndrome, some of them have academic challenges. Generally, sometimes they tend to have heart problem. It's a medical condition, these children. It's nothing different from a child who with disabilities, but the academics, the speech, most times they have speech challenges also, and just about any other challenges we may have with children with disabilities.
The principal says children with Down syndromes are capable of achieving great things.
Our children with Down syndrome can do things locally. That is why we decided to focus on them, celebrate their talent. As you see, some of them sang, some drummed, some modeled. Nothing is impossible. Our motto as a school is, in a society of barriers, dream, work, overcome, achieve.
2 monetary donations in the form of a check were presented by the Radisson Beach Resort to the school and the Autistic Foundation of Grenada. Speaking to MTV News was Kendall Jacasal, General Manager for Radisson Beach Resort.
Radisson is big about responsible business. That's one of our key mottos. And we would have been here before. It's not our first time here, and giving back to the community and ensuring that the communities thrive is one of our biggest aims. It's always a privilege that we can go out into our community, and caring it goes far beyond the walls of our hotel.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Various products for dental and oral care and hygiene were on display at the Esplanade Mall in St. George's today, Friday, as Grenada and the rest of the world recognize World Oral Health Day under the theme Be Proud of Your Mouth. Troy Gill has more.
In recognition of World Oral Health Day, several booths were set up at the Esplanade Mall courtyard on Friday, displaying various products from mouthwash to toothpaste, along with educational material on the importance of oral care and hygiene. The theme for this year and the next 2 years for World Oral Health Day is Be Proud of Your Mouth. Hills and Valley Pharmacy in St. George had several dental and oral care products on display, and Marketing Officer Rhonda Cyrus, speaking to MTV News, says the company caters to individuals of all ages.
Well, today we're here on Esplanade Mall looking at oral health for youths and children, basically is what they're targeting. We're from Hills and Valley, promoting all our products that we sell for oral health, for mouthwash or toothpastes or toothbrushes. We cater for the dentures, people with dentures. We cater for the children, adults, and everything like that.
Senior dental surgeon at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Julie Dubois, says the theme is changed every 3 years, and its focus is to build awareness on the importance of oral care holistically.
Every 3 years, we have a new theme. So the theme for this year and 2021, 2022 and 2023 will be Proud of Your Mouth. The whole exercise is to raise awareness as to the importance of oral health and also to encourage people about the importance of having the oral cavity healthy. You know, it's not just about teeth, it's about the gums, it's about the tongue, and all the tissues in the mouth.
She is encouraging mothers to get their oral cavities checked during pregnancy, as taking care of a newborn can be time-consuming.
We're encouraging the pregnant mothers because when they're pregnant, they have this myth that they shouldn't get their teeth done, you know, extractions and cleanings and fillings especially. And this is just a myth. We encourage the pregnant mothers to get their teeth done before the baby comes.
The Ministry of Health was also represented at the display along with Bryden and Miners, the agent for Colgate-Palmolive that has contributed significantly to dental and oral health for many years. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
Students of TAMCC and NULO are learning basic culinary skills to help develop their cooking skills to become executive chefs in the future. Belinda Bishop, founder of Flavors of Grenada, says that it's the first of a 5-week program. However, another session will be held in June.
I joined it because I thought it would be a very good experience and also to help me in furthering my culinary education, because currently I'm studying at TAMCC, a year 2 student.
I joined this program because I'm passionate in cooking and I would like to learn more on the field. I'm currently studying TAMCC, culinary as year 2 student.
To teach youth about culinary skills, Belinda Bishop, founder of Flavors of Grenada, says several chefs and students from different institutions participated in a culinary program that runs for 5 weeks. Students from TAMCC and NULO received first-hand training from experienced chefs in Grenada.
It's a 5-week program, and in the first week it's a lot of basic things, and we do knife skills in the first week. We have a few chefs that we're also partaking in this experience. Chef Andre Bernard from the University Club, and Mark Banthorpe from Bohos. And each week, a chef is going to partake and facilitate a session. And in the last week, in the 5th week of the program, we have a huge dinner. Oh, as huge as it can be.
Bishop says so far she's satisfied with the level of participation of the young people.
Absolutely, they're very eager. They're here at half an hour or 45 minutes early every day, and that's the beginning. But to set you up for success, you have to be ready. And these young folks are actually ready. They're eager and they're passionate about what they're doing, and I am excited to be able to take them through this program.
Bishop says with culinary training for students who already have a passion for the field, she sees a positive future in them.
Wow, I see them coming up with the ranks in a commercial kitchen. You know, some of these ladies are doing a fantastic job. The guys, they're also amazing, and they're learning how to cut vegetables and everything fast, and I see them as sous chefs.
Another session for the program will be held in June, which is almost sold out, with 10 students in each session. A program with young people between the ages of 9 and 14 is being considered. Bishop spoke about the ongoing camp.
We're trying to really give our youth a little exposure into the farm-to-table experience, and also to teach them the basics of the culinary.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
MTV News Friday was still ahead. The regional news roundup and sporting highlights. We'll be back with you after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We promised you, and now it's time to deliver. St. Louis UPVC is finally open for business. Look for the blue building marked St. Louis UPVC number 21 Frequenter Industrial Park. At St. Louis UPVC, we manufacture durable push-up windows, sliding windows, projected windows, and casement windows. You can also purchase sliding doors. Our products are manufactured with up to half-inch impact glass, with 21 different types of glass to choose from. Windows can be customized to your specifications. Free delivery island-wide. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Feel free to call us at 439-6538 for more information.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Man, a real madman. Sunday, March 28th from 6 p.m. We're kicking off another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo as the March Madness deals continue. And this time, you can win $10,000 US. What? Yes, $10,000 US. And tickets are only $8 US. Hold up, $8 US? I tell all your Waggy gone mad. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 28th, join the madness and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
It's another exciting promotion. Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, which kicks off from Friday, March 5th and runs till Friday, April 30th. To enter in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, place 4 gold Vitamalt crowns with contact information in an envelope and deposit in Mac redemption boxes and win a staycation at La Luna, $1,000 grocery shopping spree, a tablet, a 55-inch smart TV. You can win $1,000 cash, a year's supply of Vitamalt, a laptop, and a 65-inch smart TV with surround sound. So get your drink on and win in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you would be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Welcome back. In today's Total Local, we feature Sabrina Francis with her new music video, My Girl, to celebrate women all around the world.
Just dance and feel like somebody. Free up yourself for you. And we know wine to impress nobody. So no man, no boy, rush you up. You feel that bass, concentrate. Ain't nothing better than self-love. Call your crew, staying up till morning. Free up yourself, pure vibes alone. My love, save it for later. My love, hear me. My girl from the islands. I see you in motion, colorful as can be. Wind up, mommy. Problems, worries, turn off your phone, tell him to leave you alone. We have some money, first round on me. We come to have some fun, yeah. And let the music color me, yeah. Color me.
I have a bucket list, right? For 2021. There are things on there like fall in love with reading again, learn to play a guitar, but I recently switched that off with like learn to dance, because I started doing dance lessons. And another thing on the bucket list is I want to release consistent music. The 6 months of 2021. So for the next few months, every single month, I want to release a song. And we started in January with a song I have called Million Moments. You could see that on YouTube. And then for February, for Valentine's Day, I have No Way. Now, for International Women's Day in March, I have a song called My Girl.
Save it for later. My love, hear me. My girl from the islands. I see you in motion, colorful as can be. Wind up, mommy. My love, hear me. My girl from the islands. I
It's now time for the Regional News Roundup.
Good evening, this is the Regional Roundup in MTV News. I'm Kenroy Batiste. The government of Antigua and Barbuda has threatened to end all support to LIAT 1974 Limited if pilots and those who represent them continue to frustrate its efforts to salvage the struggling airline. Prime Minister Gaston Browne told the Antigua Observer on Thursday that he could be forced to hasten the liquidation of the company while distancing his government from any liability arising therefrom. According to reports in the Barbados Today, the constitutional motion, which was filed last Wednesday, is challenging the constitutionality of the recently amended Companies Act, which prohibits anyone from suing the government over any claims against LIAT. The motion, lodged by Barbadian Captain Neil Cave on behalf of 9 other current or former LIAT pilots, is asking the Antigua and Barbuda High Court to declare that newly amended act unconstitutional. The claimants, who have named the Attorney General of Antigua and Barbuda as the only defendant, want the court to order that they be awarded costs and or other relief the court may deem just. Meanwhile, the Antigua and Barbuda Attorney General says the recently amended act is sound. He said he is satisfied beyond doubt that the Constitution has not been breached. More from ABS News.
Attorney General the Honorable Stedboy Benjamin defending the amended Companies Act, which gives struggling companies an alternative to liquidation. Terminated LIAT pilot Barbadian Captain Neil Cave and 9 other current or former pilots are challenging the law through a class action suit against the government of Antigua and Barbuda. The amendment, which Parliament passed last year, protects companies from creditors while undergoing restructuring under a court-appointed administrator's control. LIAT is the first company to seek protection under the new law. Captain Cave's motion argues the amendment breaches Section 15(8) of the Constitution. This section guarantees the litigant a fair hearing within a reasonable time before an independent and impartial court. The motion asks the court to declare the Companies Act unconstitutional, saying it limits the pilot's right to access the court to complete a 2015 civil claim against LIAT 1974 Limited. But the Attorney General says he's confident the law will stand up to the legal scrutiny.
I have no objections to persons charging its constitutionality. The court will make its determination, but we shall defend that claim most vigorously and ask that the declarations that have been sought be dismissed.
Jamie J. O'Shea, ABS News.
The University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus says it is taking sexual harassment claims against a member of its teaching staff seriously and will ensure that the matter is appropriately addressed. In the brief statement, the UWI confirmed it's aware of these allegations, which also involve inappropriate use of university premises. The UWI confirmed steps are being taken to treat with the matter. In a statement published on Loop News, the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus said it notes with deep concern serious allegations appearing on social media platforms against one of its teaching staff regarding sexual harassment, sexual assault, and inappropriate use of university premises. On Wednesday, several disturbing allegations against a purported University of the West Indies lecturer surfaced on social media. Several women came forward accusing the individual of sexual misconduct, including inappropriate conduct on the university premises. And that's the Regional Roundup for now. Have a safe weekend. Do enjoy it as well. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Batiste.
Regional News Roundup there with, of course, still more developments after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you would be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack, I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
MTV News for the 19th of March with sporting highlights coming up.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
There is something new to the classic Westerhall rum look. Westerhall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Grenada, are you ready? Football is back with the first round of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Grenada versus the US Virgin Islands at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Your Spice Boys are back in action. Tuesday, 30th March. Game time, 7 p.m. sharp with no fans in the stands.
No fans? Well, we're making our own party.
We're broadcasting live on Flow Grenada, channels 1000 and 1001.
And I'll be streaming that on my big screen TV, cooking up Pato Island.
Call Flow today to add your channel for only $20.
Well, it's mass with me and my family.
That's right. Support your 3-time Gold Cup qualifier, Team Grenada. For more info, call or WhatsApp 473-535-2090 or 440-9903. Sponsored by Glenelg Spring Water, Flow, and the Grenada Cooperative Bank.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every quick sevens scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much sevens and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenelg at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Never fly kites near the power lines. If your kite ever gets tangled, do not attempt to remove it on your own. A message from Grenelg, energizing our Grenada.
And coming up in sport this evening, former West Indies wicketkeeper saying cultivating winning mentality will lead to bigger successes. Stay with us.
Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services cleans, disinfects and repairs septic tanks, grease traps and drains. They also repair pipes and rent portable toilets. Professionals with more than 25 years experience. So don't hesitate to call them when you have a problem. 443-2809 or 420-5069. They offer 24-hour service. Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services. With God, all things are possible. They can move mountains.
And now, sporting fans, your sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. A former national football coach in Grenada, Ali DeBellot, says he follows cricket more than football. DeBellot, who was on the Talk Sports program with sports journalist Michael Bascom, says even as a former national senior coach, he is not offered an invitation.
I hardly miss a game in Queen's Park, whether on a 17 or a 15. Let me hear. Last weekend, Junior Murray, I didn't see me. And he picked up his phone and he called me the final where I am. But I don't miss cricket in the past. So yes, I don't miss cricket. I've not followed football as much in the recent time. I don't get tickets to go and see football. So I will go. I'm not paying to go and see football. So since about 2012, I haven't seen a national match in Queen's Park. You know, there were probably 2 or 3 games that was some thing on it, but I don't go. So really, I follow cricket in the stadium a lot more, but they know there's not much cricket anywhere else. Whereas football, you go to any little ground and it's still football. Last weekend I was in spring. So I still go about watching the games, but I follow the national cricket a lot.
Former national senior coach Ali DeBellot says, I think the standard of football in Grenada is very, very low, but I don't think the Football Association is to be blamed, but I am not too sure that they're addressing the situation.
I don't think the FA is to be blamed, but I'm not too sure they're addressing the situation. And that has been happening for a while without being noticed. Right? When I started in the coaching in the primary school, you had the guys common entrance and school, even guys playing. Right? In recent time, there's actually no football in the primary school. So a guy goes to primary school, he doesn't play. Gets to the secondary school and might get form. But there are national team at 15. So where does he play the football to get on the national team? It is debatable. Just probably plays in his village or so. The secondary school football once was 2 rounds with 8 or so teams. Now it's a zone of 4 and they play in 1 round. So a guy might play 3 or 4 matches for his school in the entire season. So no primary school, very little school football. Now the FA is trying to have under 19 and this other thing. But that gap has gone for too long. So fellas didn't have that development.
Half centuries from Kyle Mayers and Ruston Chase were the highlights of the second day of Cricket West Indies President's 11 versus Sri Lanka as the fixture ended in a predictable draw. Left-hander Mayers made a typically stroke-filled 57 of 66 balls as the President's 11 took a first innings lead of 122. He used the match as ideal preparation for the first Sanders Test match, which starts on Sunday at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. They started the second day on 103 for 1 and made 294 in reply to Sri Lanka's first innings of 172. In the second innings, the visitors were 56 for 0 when the match was called off at 4:50 p.m. That's brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I'm Rachel Bean.
The latest sporting highlights there, and when we return, we'll have a look at the public forecast information and then a recap of the headlines.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
For convenience, bill payments can be made at Bill Express at Western Union. Many of these are open until 6 p.m., including Saturdays. A 24-hour check drop box is also available at Grenlec's customer care centers at Grand Anse and Bruce Street.
It is the start of the weekend, and with the Friday night and weekends weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Partly sunny conditions were the order of the day throughout the Eastern Caribbean, with some scattered showers as some low-level moisture continues to move into the area. Here at home, we did see some very brief showers, mostly the partly sunny conditions. The slight haze continues over the central Atlantic. Denser haze much further back. We are enjoying some lovely clear skies at the moment. Quite a bit of low-level moisture still passing through the area, most of it centered north of Grenada, however, bringing showers to the central Caribbean islands. That's in this area. We are seeing some upper-level clouds also, but with that moisture around, we could be seeing some scattered showers, some isolated showers during the nighttime. The forecast for Friday night is for some scattered showers, mostly before midnight, and again coming to dawn. Minimum temperature will be around 24 degrees, east-northeasterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Saturday, look for some scattered clouds around, a few isolated showers also, again mostly during the morning period, east-northeasterly winds 12 to 24 miles per hour with moderate to slightly choppy seas, 6 to 8 foot waves in open waters. Sunrise 6:11, the sun sets at 6:17. That's on Saturday, of course. It's still going to be a rather hot day. 33 will feel like 38. The UV index will climb to extreme at nighttime. Minimum still around 24. The moon rises in the morning at 11:06. It's going to set at 15 minutes past midnight. Isolated showers are in store for both Port of Spain and Bridgetown, with mostly sunny skies in Kingston and Miami. Rain again for New York, and some afternoon showers would continue in London. Here at home, look for partly cloudy conditions on Sunday. Those low-level patches would dissipate, and by Monday we should be seeing generally fair conditions returning. At 30 to 40% chance of some showers over the weekend. That's it for me for Friday night and for this week, folks. Have yourself a great night, a safe and an enjoyable weekend, and please join me on Monday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now for a recap of the headlines. Fishermen blame oil tankers for the loss of their fishing lines. Farmer pleads for help from predial larceny after his tenure was stolen. Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union says flexible work arrangement policy can be achieved under the new leadership. And in sport, half centuries from Kyle Myers and Roston Chase on the second day of Cricket West Indies Presidents 11 versus Sri Lanka. We've had details to those and other stories and the public forecast information. All for now, thank you so much for viewing. On behalf of the rest of the news team here at MTV, Tony Julian right along with them, wishing you a great weekend.
For news and information 24/7, visit MTV News GD on Facebook. Have a news tip? Call MTV Newsroom 440-8442. Email mtvnews3@gmail.com. a production of MTV Newsroom, the national newsroom. News you can trust.